You may have heard of the following moves: Reflect type and Camouflage, right? Those are some of the moves that can alter a Pokemon's type, whether it's through opposing Pokemon or through the environment. But what if I tell you that the Other Metagames Department of Smogon University has established a metagame wherein a Pokemon's typing will be determined by virtue of its first two moves? I'm so excited to impart this one to you. It may be incredibly new for most of you because it hasn't been touched exactly it hasn't been permeated by the community. And I'm really excited that I barely had enough sleep just to record the very first video I'm going to make. There's a daily room tour coming up, so I have to dress myself up, prep my laptop, and do what I have to do. Shall we proceed then? Hello everyone, this is Euphonos here from Pokemon Showdown, and I'm actually excited and my nerves are killing me right now. And this is actually my very first YouTube video, and what I'm going to show you will be a meta game from hasn't been really touched because I don't know. And I know there may be some dead air later on, but this is a meta game that hasn't been really touched by most of the Smoke-On community because of how uh, underutilized. Underutilized this metagame is. It hasn't been developed that much, but I'm really here to give this metagame a map. So I'm going to introduce to you this metagame called Camomons, wherein Pokemon's typing will be determined by virtue of its first two moves in its move slot. So before we proceed, some quick facts about myself. And as you may have noticed, I'm actually a choral musician residing in the Philippines. Yay! So, and because I have some natural knack for creativity, actually managed to make arrangements of choral pieces. I mean, arrangement of songs into choral settings, and probably that's one of the influences to making magic out of some Pokemon teams. And I'm actually excited because it's nearing commencement of a room tournament, which will take place every Saturday morning on my end. Yeah, that's why I woke up so early, barely had enough sleep, because I'm really excited to impart some knowledge about Camomons, and I'm going to show it to you in the team builder that I have on your left. So I'm going to feature one of my teams right now, which is actually which gets a modest amount of success. Uh, it's a hyper offense team paying homage to one of my wacky and 7 overuse team. The very Gen 7 OU team that I built for myself, paying homage to Sticky Web Slurpuff. But now it it really evolved into Slurpuff because it has a much more defined role, not just as a sweet sticky web setter. And there are other options that you can do with this Slurpuff. With Sticky Web and Magic Coat, on your first two moves, it becomes Bug Psychic. So I ended up using Psychic as its third move. And the biggest selling point about Slurpuff is with Focus Sash intact, and it has to take damage. And not to mention, I decrease the IVs
the HP IVs, defense IVs, and special defense IVs with coupled with a negative defense nature, of course, just minimize defenses, it is almost always certain that a focus sash will be used to a point that Unburden will be activated. As such, when it hits 1 HP, use Endeavor. Endeavor, and let it die. And that means it will be giving that much momentum as we go along. Pairing with that is a ground fighting Terrakion. Close combat is really a must here. And it's also paired with Earthquake. And it's one of the unique typings. No other Pokemon has ever. I mean, there are no Pokemon in the. No Pokemon has donned the ground fighting type, unless in the new generations in the new generations to come there will be one. We'll never know. Apart from that, it also has Taunt and Stealth Rock. Taunt to avoid defog from happening. Yeah. Screen. Ooh, what's happening? It hasn't been started. Right up. Paimon is not here. So anyway, while waiting for the tournament to come, just going to text if Tong is servant here. Anyway, this one uses Earthquake, Close Combat, Taunt, and Stealth Rock. Pretty much another suicide lead, I guess. Just because I used Life Orb, because I don't have Swords Dance in it. I just wanted some form of immediate power. And then another one that there we go. There we go. In 7 minutes. So yeah, time to join. Now for Alakazam. This one is one of my special sets because I'm using a Ghost Fairy typing, and I just realized that Alakazam can learn Curse from Generation 2. And from Generation 2, from transferring it to Generation 8 will make Alakazam on Magic Guard instead of Synchronize and Inner Focus. Alright? Which means that I could use Curse in order to sacrifice Alakazam's health, losing opponent's health over time, and eventually making it susceptible to setup from the last 3 Pokemon. It also has Shadow Ball, of course, one of the main stab moves, and Dazzling Gleam. Of course, it also acts as a counter to Rapid Spin users, most Rapid Spin users, I guess. And paired with Encore, it actually debilitates any support Pokemon, which opens more room for these 3 to set up. One would be Barbaracle, a Water Dragon variant, instead of its usual Water Rock typing, is taking advantage of the ability Tough Claws, wherein I could use Liquidation, Dragon Claw, and Poison Jab, and of course with its signature, with one of its good setup moves on Shell Smash. And this one is rather straightforward, max attack, max speed. Then another one, which is a trigger to defog Pokemon. Another trigger to defog Pokemon apart from Terrakion is Braviary. Braviary, on the other hand, is capable of using Defiant, and It's actually blessed in Generation 8 that Braviary is now able to learn Agility, paired with a Steel Flying typing consisting of Iron Head and Brave Bird on its first 2 slots. And for longevity purposes, I put Roost in there. And I actually put in an Adamant Nature because, agility boost. And of course a power boost from there. And finally, Porygon Z, one of those newly uh, one of those Pokemon that has been introduced in the Isle of Armor DLC, and apparently it makes a good impact on the Camomons metagame, but it hasn't been explored that much due to, you know, lots of new toys as well. Apart from lots of new toys as well, such as Magirna, and well, Porygon-Z hasn't been used, but this may be suspect for a, it's part of the watch list for the Camomons Council, including myself. That would mean one thing. Anyway, so I put in Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, Classic Bolt Beam, signifying Porygon Z's electric ice typing instead of its usual normal typing, and also abuses, or not abuses, no, I shouldn't be using that abuse. Anyway, takes advantage of adaptability, which boosts its stat moves from 1.5 times to twice the base power. And then it becomes a double booster. Double booster because, number one, if in case Sticky Web fails, at least the agility is still there, and Nasty Plot for more power, essentially. So, while waiting, I'll be waiting for the 7-minute mark to be 7-minute mark to be for the 7-minute mark before this one starts. And I'm really excited. My nerves are killing me. So we'll see how it goes. Now it has begun, and 18 players have signed up, which is really high, really high for this tour. And now I'm against Slappy Fildrong. I'm not sure. I guess he's French. I mean, well, for a Russian name, and then apparently I've seen him. Ooh, loving this. Oh, I thought it was a pre-DLC thing, but no. Because I see Gyarados and Poltegeist. Wow. Brings me memories of another hyper offense team that I have before, Apano MPL. Same to you. Oh, good lord. An Arcfire Mew. Interesting. But I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use. Does he have Stealth Rock? It's magical first. Ooh, Blitzing. No burn. Okay, got it. No burn. It's fine. Oh, Stealth Rock in. Well, doesn't matter. Am I on YouTube? Yes. Here comes Endeavorin. Ooh, the spike. I'm very sure this gets tanked. Sacrifice. Sacrifice first. I'll kill this one first. Yeah, it's Taunt. Now I could just, Earthquake this. Back an Earthquake. There we go. Okay, that's this. YouTube. Welcome to my land. Barbarian. Grassy Glide, doing less damage than expected, which is great. Reunicus in with a pure psychic typing. Interesting. With an interesting typing. Who's first? And increase it. Oh, acid arm. Okay, to encore this. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Encore! 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 Shadow Ball. Take advantage of its timing. There we go. Apparently you cannot do that. Hop, hop. Keep dropping, man! More encores. Okay. Need some drop. Come on. Need some drop. Come on. This is apparently, this looks like Lord Power shenanigans. And Grassy Glide survives with a sash in. Has a gleam in. Yeah. That's a good addition on my end. This one is going to be a little too, not sure if it could 162 speed, if it's modest, or 239 speed. I'm not exactly sure. Dash, I say. Ooh, it attacked! Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Brachion back in. Thought he would Shell Smash for some reason. Earthquake it away. First body. Then Reunic goes back in. On it. Groundwater, okay. You could keep on taunting, yeah, which is a great thing to do. Now, what am I supposed to do? That's another question. Earthquake will not kill, I suppose. Because White Herb in. Oh, Life Orb. Yeah. Forgot about Life Orb for some reason. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. One down. Just hope crits happen. Reunic back in. And I have, I guess, this one's stored power, so I just have to nasty plot this guy. Nasty plot in. And Thunder. Stored power. Oh, doesn't kill. It doesn't kill. Hasn't nabbed a kill yet, though, which is fine. Another Oregon Z. I'm not sure whether it's choice Scarf or choice Specs going to die. Yeah, modest Specs, I guess. And GG. Oh, he left. That was kind of scary. Especially this team lacks some priority. So which is kind of sad. And right now I have another incoming match. It's the same team. And apparently, from the looks of it, Ainsgrad versus RCK6, Rick6, going to face Carl Dude Guy, and then a loser has to go. So while waiting, and maybe I could give a shout out or whatever during this conversation, and I was hoping this guy Chasm forgot to play again. You know what? At least you have to pay respect. Probably he's one of the busiest guys ever known. I'll be right back. Dogs are here. Hi. Hey, Layson. Oh, now he's challenging me. Great. I wonder what Urshifu's form will be. So, Ice Toad, Mew, Cinderace. Cinderace may be a little tricky here. But I guess it won't be much of an issue because my team doesn't care much about being dropped by Sticky Web. Thank you. Cerus Dragapult. Probably in case of Ear Body. Negating Sticky Web drop, excuse me. And I wonder what Urshifu's form will be getting, whether that's a Rao or the single strike or Pookie. Rapid Striker. It's going to be interesting, don't you think? Now, here comes the good part. Unless this one haunts. I jump kick. Okay. I get the intention there. Yeah, I actually get your intention. Now, this court change, it's not actually over. Not exactly over yet, so here we go. Smash. Smashing. How I wish. 516, yeah. Oh, barnacles. Oh, it's a ground poison variant. Forgot Ground Dragon Claw. Okay, I really forgot. No, Dragon Claw again. Now, this one is another story. First impression, could probably KO. So, I'd rather do this. And just hit Brave Bird first. And don't worry about boots. Poison. This is the Rao variant. Rao, I mean. I need one alive against Lazarus. Maybe I just go for sack to Barbarical. But we need to see some factors here. We may do agility later on because it was court changed. Court change happened. And in any case, I might sacrifice Barbarical. Because it's done its job. Yeah, done its job. For another piece, Earthquake, Mew in Water Flying. Look, I'm going to lose here. And before this defunct. Okay. Paragon Z in. Apologies about that. And with that, I go for Ice Beam, anticipating a switch. No. Anticipating a switch. Maybe not. Then Cinderace is back in. Now I actually lose. Did I actually lose? Probably it's because of the first impression, yeah. Sacrifice. Yeah, probably have to sacrifice. Unless it misses. Either move. It just either move. Let's just either move. Would have done for agility as well. Anyway. Goes for the Pyro. I'm pretty going to lose here. Yeah. About to lose. Why did he U-turn? Dragapult is electric. Dragon Ghost. Dragon Ghost. I'm not sure if it's going Fire Blast or Thunderbolt. I'm going to lose it at this point. Thought that Urshifu was a Berserker. Yeah. Well played, man. Well played. Well played. And that concludes my run, which is kind of bad. Haven't reached the semifinals. And now, which he's facing Carl Dude Guy. Well, let's see what's going. Oh, he's using one of the most standard teams. Spread like wildfire. This is going to be a treat. Knocking off the spect. Okay. The needles, yeah. And now it goes for the U-turn, and then here comes the madness. In comes Mew. Comes with a slow bro. Back to Seismitoad. You can touch. Carl can touch a slow bro. Carl can touch a Seismitoad with a slow bro. Had to deal with that. Lizzie's in. You know, I do believe, despite my loss in the tour, it has been really a satisfying experience to have recorded a video like this. And with that, I would like to have some shoutouts while this conversation is ongoing. Now, Hedera cross in, here comes the facade, series of facades. No, didn't happen because of the Dragon Ghost Dragon Fault. Anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to Juno and Estarosa for being for hosting a Camomons tournament in the last generation, you know. Last generation, meaning at the near tail end of the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon era, and it was really an eye-opening experience to have witnessed how fun Camomons is, and never been this grateful to those people. And for my ventures in recording YouTube videos, I'd like to give a shout out as well to two people. One real life and one coming from Pokemon Showdown as well. One for my real life friend happens to be one of my friends, fiance of one of my elder sisters. I'm going to call him Paralas, and I actually got envious for his streaming some of his games, and it ultimately gave me that lift in, you know, going to that venture of recording YouTube videos. And speaking of YouTube videos, I'd like to give a shout out as well to LRXC. LRXC, who introduced me to YouTube videos of his 1v1 endeavors. He may not be posting much videos because of his dedication to the World Cup of 1v1, and I would like to wish him the best of luck. And I would like to promote him. I make a promote that you have to subscribe to LRXC as well. So if that's the case, a conversation going on. We have Slowbro in, 17 turns in, no Pokemon died. I guess this will take quite a long time because his sets are kind of annoying, really. It's going to be one heck of an annoying trick. If it deals with like lots and lots of turns, this is going to be. It may look boring, but it really is a tactical thing. Stance for missed. Kinda sad. And I'm not sure if that would last like 30 minutes of this time doing my very first YouTube video, but that would mean business, you know. Oh, survived! It survived a facade! Wow. Interesting. Cinderace in. What's that? Marco. Ooh. Interesting tactics. Yeah. Apparently. Now it's getting brighter and brighter. Oh no. Getting brighter and brighter. Dragon Ghost Dragapult in, scouting for more things. Here comes Blizzy. And I'm predicting a soft-boiled, because why not? And Cinderace comes back in, soft-boil the damage from the U-turn, switches out to probably Slowbro, because it really is the stalwart of Camomons. One of the best stalwarts you can ever see, and has been rising in usage in the Camomons Isle of Armor launch tour. And now comes to switch again. Yeah, one of the defensive stalwarts, even if it has been brought up. Pyro Ball. No burn. Well, apologies for the motorcycle so loud. And now Dragapult. Dragapult on Dragapult. What's it going to do? Switches back to Mew. Draco Meteor. Ooh, crit. Draco Meteor crit. And there. I wonder if that Mew gets Hurricane. Fogs, number 1. And at Hurricane. I have no idea whether this gets Volt Switch or Roost on the last slot. He Roost. Oh, Hurricane Roost Defog. Probably Volt Switch, no Thunderbolt. But Hurricane being its main source. Main attacking source. And one Pokemon died after 33 turns. 54 turns, rather. It's interesting. Now Slowbro, is going to be an uphill battle, so to speak. Dragon Ghost. Oh, and the Spam Body Press. The Dragapult's still there. Man. Let's see. Blissey has 70% of its health. Not sure if this one is spec'd. Probably is. Because of that damage output against a Blissey. Knocked off at it. Knocked off, sadly, with Heavy Duty Boots. And Heavy Duty Boots apparently is one of the metagame defining items in this generation. Apparently from the official metagames, despite me being not a fan of official metagames at this moment, even with downloadable content being released, probably Tundra? I don't know. We'll see. Haxorus stockpiling the damage again. After the first impression, or wait, Rock Slide. Then probably it should run Scald, man. Scald it. Teleport. Well, he's a very conservative guy. He really is a conservative guy. That's choice specs, I would say. Foul play. Ooh, man, that hurt. Man, that hurt. Then regenerate all the damage dealt. That would be a treat. And I would expect Carl Dude Guy against I don't know who. Oh, that actually KO. Well, I guess it's because EV to live or IV to live. Haxorus back in, Blissey back in. Here comes Rock Slide. This will take a longer time than I would expect. Yeah, he's not winning it. He said it. Because the synergy actually behind Carl's teams was kind of spectacular. Unless you have enough pressure to put on. Enough pressure to move on. Especially with Slowbro. Slowbro just teleporting away. Unless he can do as much as crazy plays is concerned. He tried, but he got a low roll, sadly. Probably, yeah. And Hurricane hits. And that commences, that ends. That would be a GG from there. I'm not going to complete it because it reaches like 30 minutes. Miss Pyro Ball, sad. and he forfeited. I was expecting our loot guy to win it, I would say. And, well, Calvin Balvin versus Pam. With that, this concludes my very first video. Press E sharp to pay respects on my run. Hyper offense team didn't pull off. Well, great thanks to RSQ's good plays. And with that, don't forget to like, comment. And speaking of comment, you can comment on which favorite Pokemon you want me to build on, because there will be team building sessions. And I would like to see your entries coming in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to the Euphonos channel, because lots of Pokemon content will be there probably every week or more than once a week. We'll see about that. With that, concludes my very first video. We'd like to see you all next time. See you and stay safe.